Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Kamen Rider X8 review for you today. This is the Level Up Rider series number 11 and 12. Kamen Rider X8 Double Action Gamer level XXR and XXL. So basically when X8 uses the Mighty Brothers Double X Gashat, he first turns into the level 10 form that's kind of split down the middle, orange and teal. And then he transforms into two level 10 riders, right and left, basically. So I decided to do these together because it doesn't really make sense to review them separately as they don't do a whole lot on their own. So I figured we'd just take a look at them together. So you can see 11 is the right side, which has the kind of orange hair, and then the left side has the kind of tealish blue hair. So these guys must be huge Miami Dolphins fans. It's the same color scheme. It's all I can ever think of. But they look like pretty cool figures. Taking a look at the packaging real quick, you can see it shows that he is the right half. And that is right half of him, not if you're looking at him. If you're looking at him, it's the left side, but it's stage right because it's his right side. And you can see the two here. He does come with the sword. It's hidden over here in the part that you can't see, so we'll take a look at that. And then this guy comes with the shell, as you can see right here for the level 10. For this part right here. I like that picture. They're always like cheerleaders with the hands sticking straight up. I think that's hilarious. So there you go. Pretty cool packaging. I like that on the bottom there. Taking a look on the back. Again, it just shows how you take the two guys. And they will actually both fit in there, as we'll take a look in a minute. So let's go ahead. We'll get them out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here's everything out of the packaging. The shell does come with the left side and the sword does come with the right side. Taking a look at the sword very quick. Obviously, it's all molded in one color plastic. But there's a nice bit of detailing there, I have to say. I think they did a pretty good job with that. So if you have any customizers out there that could add a little bit of paint to this, could really make it look really nice because all the detail is there. Have the keypad for the key slasher. Pretty cool little accessory. That can fit into the hand of the level 10. Pretty snugly, but it does fit. A little difficult to get out of there. And then, of course, it can be wielded by either figure. Just close the fingers around there. It looks pretty good wielding it. I mean, it's a standard kind of Kamen Rider figure where, unfortunately, the fingers don't close around the weapons fantastically, but they can hold them. So there you go. Gonna put that off to the side for now. The articulation is basically standard Rider articulation for all the rest of the Level Up Rider series. Head is on a ball joint, up and down, side to side. It's hindered a little bit by the kind of collar, but not a problem. Typical shoulder joint, but again, you have the big face here now. Now, you can take this off if you want. They do pop off just like the ones that are on the back of the other figures pop off pretty easily. But otherwise, it doesn't slide up or down, it just stays. So that can kind of get in the way, hindering with the head. You have the bicep swivel, you have the elbow, you have the wrist, you have the two sets of fingers in the hand. Waist swivel, out to the side, at the hip and front and back. Again, butt flap kind of makes it so it can't really go much farther back. Thigh swivel, you have the two sets of joints in the knee like all the rest of these, and that's going to be because of the transformation. And then ball joint in the ankle. So pretty much exactly the same articulation that all of the other Level Up Rider figures have. The only thing is now that the head is on the shoulder instead of the back, it does hinder a little bit. But like I said, if you really wanted to take that off, you could. Articulation for this guy is exactly the same. He can hold the sword as well, no problem. Well, no additional problems. Yeah, holds it decently. Taking a look real quick at their drivers. You can see they have the Mighty Brothers Gashat taking up both slots. I think that's pretty nice attention to detail. Even the shell here has the same thing. So very cool. So, although technically, shouldn't that be closed? Oh, no, I guess he has to transform the first time. Never mind. Forget I said that. In any case, we'll move on and get into how you transform these into the shell. Alright, so you're going to start off by taking each figure and kind of positioning the legs. the way I always think of it is, if it's the right side, then it's going to be his right leg that you kind of turn to the side and fold up like that. And then the other one, you kind of just make it look like he's river dancing. You just kind of kick it off to the side like that. You're going to want to kind of use just this pin, so you want this one to be as straight as possible. And you can play with it a little bit more after you combine them together, but just kind of a basic, get it in the right position kind of situation here. So push this up like that, and then bring this one in for the jig. Put the arms straight down. Now what you're going to do at this point is bring these two together, and you can see that there's 2 tabs here, and then there's 2 tab slots on this one, and you're going to just push those completely together. And then there's actually going to be clips for the back as well, and I'll see if I can get in. You can see how one side has that half of the circle and the other side has that half, and that will clip them together again. So that's 2 places that they clip together, and it's a pretty solid connection, I have to say. So you have the 2 heads clipped together, and you have the 2 backs clipped together. And then you want to kind of just shore this up and get this into the right position. Make sure this stuff's all together correctly. And then you're going to want to put these arms straight down. And how this works, and I guess real quick I'll show you the difference between the 2 shells. This is the one that came with XAid, and this is the special new shell. You can see it's definitely deeper, and it's also molded because it has to have room for the drivers on the side. So you can't use this one for the double X Mighty Brothers. You have to use this special one that it comes with. And it's going to be impossible to show because it's all black molded plastic, but there's kind of these little channels right here. Yeah. Oh, wow, the camera's really getting nuts. All right, let me see. Oop, nope, doesn't want to. Okay. So anyway, let me see if I can maybe not reflect the light so much. But there's a little channel right here where my finger's in it, and another one right here, and the arms are going to pop into those. And there's really only one way you can get these in. You just slide this in, and you can see that those big pieces on the sides are so the drivers can fit in there. And you just kind of slowly slide it in. Make sure you don't snag anything, because there are definitely places for things to snag. But that's pretty much it. I mean, you're pretty much in at that point. You can come around to the front. Oh, I forgot to take off. I knew I was going to do it too. I have to open this up. And it doesn't really matter which one you choose. Just take off either one of those. And then slide this back in. Pretty painless. And then you want to pop that on the front. Just like that. And there you go. I really like that. I love the giant head with the 2 big pieces of hair hanging down. It really reminds me of like a Super Saiyan or something. I think the hairdo on this one's pretty fantastic. But yeah, there is your level 10 for the Mighty Action Brothers. Or Mighty Brothers XX. I keep wanting to say Mighty Action. I think it's just Mighty Brothers XX. But in any case, you can see how both figures are just hiding out in here. It's kind of hilarious. But they hide it fairly well. I mean, with the exception of the hair sticking out and these kind of feet hanging out the back. But from the front, I think it looks pretty good. Again, you can put the weapon in here, but it's a little snug. Actually, very snug, but you can get it in there. So there you go. I like it a lot. It's kind of stupid just because you have these 2 guys like jammed in the back here, which looks hilarious, but I really do like the head on the front here. I think that looks fantastic. So I'm glad they included this extra shell, because you would not be able to do it with the original one. So I really like it a lot. I love this form. So I really like these 2 sets. I think they executed it pretty well, having each figure have one half of the face and having them connect together pretty solidly and then fit into this new figure. And they did a nice job of, widening it and, forming out space for all the drivers and pieces so that, you don't have to really jam it in there. It does actually glide in pretty easily. So I think the execution is done very well, in my opinion. Only one of them comes with a sword, which I guess is not really that big a deal because really only one of them uses the sword at any given time on the show. So if you're going to get both of them, you're going to get a version of the sword. I really like this pose that they kind of did in the first episode where they were revealed, where you had the face together like this and they were kind of standing almost back to back like that. This is kind of the best approximation I could get. It would be neat if you could kind of swivel this around a little bit, like if they put in a little extra joint, but that would probably make it too loose when you're trying to connect it to that, so I can understand why they didn't. But I really like the look of this. I think this pose is pretty decent. And I don't know, I just like it a lot. The other pose that they really do a lot of is the one where they put the arms down like this and then put the hands in the air. And you can certainly do that as well. If I can get them to stay standing. And I'm not super great at posing figures, but just to do it fast. So I love that. Like I said, I like the color scheme. Yes, it always makes me think of the Miami Dolphins, but it is a great color scheme. Those two colors do go well together. So I think they're fun figures. I think the execution of combining them together for the level 10 form is done very well. And I think they're nice additions to the Level Up Rider series. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Level Up Rider Series number 11 and 12, Kamen Rider X8 Double Action Gamer XXR and XXL. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.